On today's show, we're breaking down the music of Wonder Woman with the maestro behind her theme from Batman v Superman.
Plus, we're gearing up for everything going down at San Diego Comic-Con, so get ready for DC All Access.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Inman.
And I'm Tiffany Smith, and we've consulted the Book of Destiny, and we're ready to give you the rundown of the latest DC news.
The Justice League launches a new journey with Chapter 1 of The Extinction Machine. The world is trembling with change as the earth quakes and the oceans rise, and only the League stands in the way of a surging ancient power set on reclaiming the universe. Check in on the most powerful team in comics in this week's Justice League #1.
In Vertigo news, heaven and hell are breaking into mass hysteria in Lucifer. Lacking God's guidance, the angels above are desperate for direction from Lucifer's brother, Raphael. And the battle for control of the underworld is shaping up to be a free-for-all. But is anyone keeping an eye on Earth? Find out tomorrow in issue 8.
You can hold the entire Arkhamverse in your hands with the new mobile game, Arkham Underworld. Formulate your power plays as the city's latest criminal force with help from your own army of henchmen. Once you've taken over the streets, you'll face off with the Dark Knight himself. You can join Arkham Underworld's villainous elite on Android and iOS today. San Diego Comic-Con starts this Thursday and the news is already rolling in. The DC Instant Superfan Sweepstakes starts Thursday and runs till Sunday, and it includes a prize pack filled with tons of exclusive SDCC swag. You can enter at instantsuperfan.com once a day, or if you're at the convention, you can scan your badge at the DC booth.
There will also be a different cosplay event each day at the con, with Bombshells on Thursday, Suicide Squad on Friday, Wonder Woman on Saturday, and DC Superhero Girls on Sunday.
Plus, the DC All Access app is your official guide to all the DC events happening in San Diego. So download it now to get ready for the con. It's time to brush up on your dancing powers with the release of The Music of DC Comics, Volume 2.
The Music of DC Comics, Volume 2, is a collection of music dating back to 1940 that has all been created for DC characters. It starts with the opening from the radio show in 1940 and covers music all the way up to themes from Batman vs. Superman, which just came out a couple months ago.
You can grab a copy of The Music of DC Comics Volume 2 starting July 15th.
A brand new Wonder Woman playlist hits DC's Spotify profile tomorrow, and it's curated by the bow-wielding warrior behind Wonder Woman's theme, cellist Tina Guo. For today's featured story, we've got Tina here with us to walk us through her inspiration for the playlist and talk to us about creating the perfect soundtrack for Diana. I'm so excited to get to chat with you and finally meet you, because we interviewed Hans a while ago talking about, just finding the right sound for Wonder Woman, and he just raved about you and said, not only are you a musician, but you are a warrior, which made you the perfect person for the Wonder Woman theme.
I don't know about that, maybe a pizza warrior. But, yeah, that was really, I actually saw the interview and I didn't know that he talked about me when I saw it. I was like, oh my God, fangirl moment, but yeah.
How did that actual project come up for you, and what was the moment like when you got the call that's like, yeah, we kind of want you to come in and play for Hans and see if he can do the Wonder Woman theme?
Yeah, so I actually met Hans maybe about, I think it was 7 years ago, and he had seen a music video of mine, so one of my metal electric cello music videos. And so the very first project I worked with him was, I think it was Sherlock Holmes, and then we did Inception and some other projects, and then I ran away to the circus. I was in the Cirque du Soleil for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So I went bye-bye. I kind of lost touch with everybody. And then after I came back, it took a little while, but that was actually the first project.
Yeah.
He just said, oh, we're recording for Wonder Woman. Do you want to play for Wonder Woman? I said, yes. Yeah. So I went, and that's what happened.
So obviously we know the parts of the music for Wonder Woman that made it into Batman v Superman, but was there anything that you guys worked on that didn't make it in? Is there more hidden Wonder Woman music somewhere?
Well, you know, most of the music that we recorded most of the time was spent on just finding the theme. And when you see in Batman vs Superman, when you first see her, you hear kind of like a really mysterious. It's a little bit muffled. It sounds like it's mixed into the distance, and it's actually like a really slow motion version of little snippets of that main theme that comes in at the end when she's all warriored out. So if you listen carefully again and listen to it, you can actually hear it in there. But it's like it sounds like it's underwater almost because they processed it. And then after I did that, I actually went to the orchestra sessions, which we did at Warner Brothers, of course, and I listened to all the parts that the orchestra was recording. And then after, I actually went back to Hans' studio and kind of overdubbed. So I layered electric cello to make the cello. The cellos were already really badass and they were awesome, but to give it another layer of that aggressive, not quite guitars, kind of like a string player. And so the entire orchestra, almost all of the score, I actually also layered like all the chugging stuff on. So that was fun.
Awesome. So obviously getting to do all of the Wonder Woman music, that is musically very ingrained in your mind now. And DC actually approached you to curate a list of Wonder Woman themed music for the 75th anniversary. How did that come about?
I actually chose a list of music. Some of the music was music that personally really inspired me growing up as a person, I guess, and as a musician. And some other songs that some of them that I've come into contact recently that I felt was really inspirational and had the same kind of power woman message and in all the different spectrums of Diana and Wonder Woman, because it's not only about being strong all the time and being a warrior and kicking butt. There's also the other side, which we're all human, and the different difficulties that we might go through. The list has everything from really traditional classical music, because I grew up listening to classical music, to industrial metal, to like punk rock and whatnot, which I personally associate with kind of the Wonder Woman character. But there is music from Jacqueline Dupre, another cellist named Nina Kotova. There's music from Joan Jett, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looking at the list for me, like the Joan Jett stuff, there was a song from No Doubt on there.
Yeah.
So that definitely is the little bit more like punk rock.
Yeah, punk rock
side of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, different messages. There's a song from Otep. That was a really powerful song and a different kind of power. And then let's see. There's a song by Rammstein, which some people might be like, what? Okay, they're definitely not female.
The music doesn't necessarily have to be by a female musician or artist for it to still feel inspiring towards Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and for me, it's more of like a carnal experience when I experience Rammstein. It's just maybe it's like the timbre of Till's voice or what the combination of instruments, but it's so aggressive and like, and I feel like that relates also to Wonder Woman because she's very powerful. She's not shy to like completely be totally strong and maybe stronger than some men. She's just herself, and I really like that. So those are just some of the songs, but you can check them all out.
The winner of the panel of the week is...
Before we go, we've got a set of Suicide Squad statues from DC Collectibles to give away to one of you.
That's right, we've got Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, Killer Croc, and Katana. And for your chance to win, all you gotta do is click subscribe and then let us know down in the comments what was your favorite panel from last week's DC comic books.
Yep, you guys, you've gotta be a subscriber to win, so click that button like Jason said and use the phrase, my DCAA entry.
See you tomorrow, Super Friends.